Hello everyone and welcome to Drivenmad. Now today I've got a very exciting video for you on my Abarth. I have some new mirror caps. These are Koshi carbon fibre mirror caps and I'm going to be replacing the very standard red OEM ones. So let's move in and I'll show you how to do it. Okay, now we're a little bit closer. You can see the reason why I'm upgrading them is because all the clear coat is coming off this one. Now I don't know whether that's due to the fact it's been painted before badly or whether just the Portuguese sun has destroyed the clear coat, because here in Portugal a lot of cars have no clear coat left, and I think it's due to them not being washed properly and just being left out in the sun for so long. So I'm going to be replacing them with Koshi carbon fibre ones. Now if you're replacing them like for like, you can also use this video as a tip on how to take off the mirror cap itself, but the Koshis install slightly differently to an OEM one, and I will show you that a bit later on. But we're going to need a glue or a silicone glue type thing. I'm going to show you what I got. Now on this job I went to my local hardware store and I got this Patek stuff here. You can see now this is a black silicone glue, and it's also got a fair bit of flex in it, because what we don't want is for it to dry rock solid and then it can just crack and come off. We want it to have a bit of flex, because obviously as the heat changes and driving the car there's loads of vibrations, we need it to have a little bit of flex in it. So this is what I got. Now Koshi themselves actually recommend 3M black silicone glue, so if you can get your hands on that I would recommend it, but this is all I could really get. And it is nigh on identical. So we're going to be using this today to glue on the Koshi mirrors. So let's take this one off and I'll show you how to take it apart. And obviously if you're installing an OEM mirror cap, it's exactly the reverse. Once you've taken it apart, you just clip the new one back on. So let's get this off. Okay, so starting on the mirror, now what we're going to do is work from the closest to the door side, the bigger end. So we're going to push that out so we can get a little bit of a lip on it. You can see there. Now what we're going to do is be super careful not to crack the mirror, because that would be annoying. You have to order a new part. So I'm going to use a plastic pry tool. I've seen some people use screwdrivers, but that's a bit more brave than I would like to be. So I'm going to be very gentle here, and it's just a matter of popping. Get right in there. There we go. Right, now you can see it pops off from this end because there's a tab on the narrow end. So what we're going to do is just, for me, I'm just going to hang that down there for the time being, because I don't want to unplug it. Now if we go in a bit closer, right now we're in a bit closer, you can see there's a fair few tabs inside here which are attached to the red cover. We've got one little tab here, we've got one more up here, and we've got two here, and funnily enough that one there is broken for me. So what I'm going to do is start at this end, and then what I should be able to do is, with a bit of pushing, there we go, the end has slightly come off. Let's unzoom a bit. Now that's moved off. There's one in the middle here, so I'm just going to push that with my finger. Sorry if I put my head in the way for a second. So you're going to lift and push that tab so it slightly comes off a bit further. And then we've got the last one, which is a push outwards and push at the same time. There's one down at the bottom here, but you can't actually get to it. So what we have to do is pull this off like so. And you can see there, look, that bottom one down there was just a little bit extra pressure. Now if we look inside this mirror cap, you can see we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tabs. Let me grab the Koshi one and show you what that's got. Okay, so here is the beautiful Koshi carbon fibre red mirror, and inside, oh look, there's nothing. So I got this and I bought this from Abarth Tuning online, and I emailed them to ask why this hasn't got any clips in it, because I went to install it and thought, oh hello, how am I going to do that? But apparently you have to glue to the top of the windscreen, to the top of the wing mirror here, and well, that one little clip located at the bottom. Now my other Koshi on the other side, this clip's actually slightly broken, so I'm going to have to put a little bit of glue down here as well. But I'm going to be super careful on what I do. But first I'm going to start by completely cleaning this up, because that looks horrible. Okay, now this may or may not be a good idea, but this looks really shiny. Even though I've degreased it, this still looks really shiny, and I'm not confident in how well it's going to stick. So this seems a bit overkill, but I'm going to slightly sand it to make sure that it's perfect. Now I'm going to tape up the edge here so when I glue it I don't get any residue on there. But also right now, when I sand it, it shouldn't make a mess. So I'm just gonna get wet and dry, literally nothing much. But just to take that shine off, because I don't think that's gonna help with adhesion. There we go. Right, now before we do this, I'm just going to do a test fit. So the plan here is, as there's only one tab at the bottom, I'm going to have to install it top first, like that. Push that in, and then that clip will have to pop in on its own afterwards. So I'm going to put a tiny bit there, so when the clip goes in it has a little bit of strength, because like I said, the other side, hang on, is that going to do it as well? No. The other side little clip actually has broken, so I'm going to do it on both sides because I don't have much faith in this clip. So what I'll do is a little dot here. I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm not sure I'm going to bother with the side there, even though I've sanded it. I don't think I'm going to bother with the side there. I'm just going to do one tiny amount there. So let's give it a try. So I've walloped on a fair bit more. Doesn't look pretty, but it should do the job, because this is now going to squidge into place, which I'm going to now show you. Right, now the carbon fibre should go top first. You see that it's sitting already on that glue. I push it down into the glue and I can really feel it sort of squelch into place, which is what I do like. Now there we are. Put this mirror back in. So for the mirror to go back in, you've got the long tab, which has to go in a little clip down there. There we go. And now it's time to tape the Koshi on. Okay, so you should be able to see the difference here, that one is a much deeper gloss of red compared to this, which is pretty flat red. It's nice and bright, but it's flat. That looks amazing. Fingers crossed that that gunk's going to do the job, that glue can hold that, and well, I put enough on. I'm really hoping that will do the job, but we'll have to find out tomorrow. I will come back in 24 hours and you will see whether it worked or not. Okay, so it's been just over 24 hours and you can see I've already unmasked this one because I wanted to see what it looked like, and I must say it looks absolutely fantastic. You can see it there probably shining in the light. Compared to the old one, which I've got laying here, it looks so dull, and especially with the clear coat coming off, it looks really bad. So I'm really happy with this. Now there's no denying that Koshi carbon fibre parts are really expensive, and if I'm brutally honest, they came slightly damaged, whether that's from Koshi or not. The little clip was broken, so this one's been a bit more tricky to install. This one's actually needed a bit more glue on that little clip that you get, because obviously it was slightly broken off, so there was nothing for it to clip into. So I've had to put a bit more gunk on that one off camera. But overall they look really good, and yeah, like I say, they're a massive upgrade compared to the standard ones, especially as I've got the carbon fibre diffuser on the back, and that's got the red stripe in, and the carbon fibre red mirrors match that strip perfectly, so I'm really happy with that. But hopefully you learned how to change your mirror caps. It's actually really simple, as long as you're nice and careful on the mirror. You don't want to break it, but other than that, it's really simple. So thank you guys for watching. Please stay tuned, because hopefully there'll be a few more videos on the Abarth, but we'll be moving towards L200s fairly soon, because my L200 is in need of a little bit of care. So like, comment and subscribe, and I will catch you in the next video. Thank you for watching.